Welcome to the first Fireside chat in the Mad Speakeasy, which is the hidden haven for the MadLads community in Port Oaks.
And our very first Mad guest is a much beloved member of the MadLads community and writer of the Mad News weekly newsletter, Benzel. Welcome to the Fireside chat. So glad you're here.
Clap, chat. Thank you.
It's nice to see you back in here dancing up a storm. You've been keeping the community up to date with all things Mad Lad and Backpack by writing the Mad News on a weekly basis. But we're going to turn the tables on you today and get to know the lad behind the Mad News. So, to lay the groundwork, how did you get started in crypto and NFTs?
Yeah. What was the butterfly moment, I guess? I'm one of those people where COVID kind of was the tipping point for a whole lot of changes in my life. I worked in automotive engineering for a long time, and I was really sick of it. And then work from home started, and I realized, I really only have to work 10 hours a week for the workload that they expected of me. And so I started a side business, and it wasn't crypto related, and I was making just enough to cover my my bills, so I decided to quit my job. And immediately realized, I was making enough to cover my bills, but not to cover the lifestyle I've grown accustomed to. So I started doing freelance writing online. I discovered that at the time, this was free going on 4 years ago, that crypto and blockchain were like a huge niche, that there was a large demand for it, but not a lot of people that were experts in it. And I didn't know anything about it, to be honest, and I educated myself over the course of writing like 100 plus articles. And that's how I got my first crypto job with a project called TXO. That was a Solana project at the end of 2021. And yeah, 4 years later now, still going strong.
Did you study anything in school that actually led you to the life in crypto?
No, not at all. We're in this industry where we're surrounded by so much talent, hardworking, dedicated people. And my reality is I've dropped out of college 4 different times.
So are you full-time Web3 now?
Absolutely, yeah, and have been for a couple of years now. I only work for Backpack and MadLads, and it's been that way since June of last year.
Congratulations, that's awesome. Speaking of MadLads and Backpack, when did you first get involved with the MadLads community? Was it pre-mint during the puzzle phase?
Yeah, it was actually pre-puzzle phase. The project that I was working with before Backpack had some collaborations and had some overlap. So I met all of those guys back in probably I want to say July of 2022 at the Jump offices in Chicago, where there was like a month-long hackathon thing that they did. And then fast forward a couple months, I started going up to Chicago on my own and just kind of volunteering and working with the team a little bit. That was before the MadLads name had been selected. At the time, there was a completely different set of artwork. Honestly, a lot of people might not know that there was an entire artwork design, for the NFT collection that got scrapped.
Wow.
Because they didn't think that it was high enough quality. Yeah. This was before MadLads, before the exchange. It was just the wallet.
So then you were developing this relationship with them. At what point did you get inspired to write the Mad News? Was that a proposal you brought to the community, or did they approach you?
I think it was kind of a collaboration. They knew that I had writing skills and was still writing articles for the other company that I was working with. And Tristan actually approached me specifically about it.
There's actually quite a lot of information, a lot of great stuff in there. So anybody who's listening should go and subscribe at news.madlads.com and definitely click through to go back and read into the archives and past interviews, because there's a lot of gems in there.
There's probably, 30 plus interviews with the best and brightest in Solana and blockchain. It's a heck of a resource.
Okay, so the most important question of all is, what's your favorite way to touch grass?
Sure. I have one literal touch grass and one not so literal. So the boring, 30-year-old guy touch grass answer is I love to play golf and go and spend money to have a miserable time. That's kind of one of my hobbies. But the other is, this is what I'm much more interested in and excited about. I recently, earlier this year, I purchased two buildings in my hometown that were built in the 1890s. They're two-story buildings. They're 6,000 square foot each, and I'm in the process of renovating those and making them useful. Looking down the road into 2025, springtime, summertime, 2025, I'm actually opening up an art gallery slash antique store, curated antique store. So you'll come into this building, you'll be surrounded by all these beautiful works of art, both physical works of art as well as the digital artwork that we've all fell in love with, while also being able to browse items that were built in 1880s. So yeah, that's a big passion project for me right now.
That's so cool. Thank you so much, Benzel, for joining us for Fireside Chat and dancing the night away. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you.
It has been a ton of fun. Leela, Alexandra, I appreciate your guys' invite very much.
Tune in next week for part 2 of our chat with Benzel when we dig into all things Mad News.